I've been getting a lot of questions from Africans, continental Africans, European Africans, British Africans, American Africans, Caribbean. Is there no place for non-Africans in the black struggle? Is there no place for non-Africans in the black struggle? Is there no place for non-Africans in the black struggle? Brothers and sisters, have you not been taken advantage of enough? Brothers and sisters, have you not been exploited enough? Brothers and sisters, are you still not tired of depending on other people to deliver up your salvation? You mean to tell me after 4 centuries of slavery, after 4 centuries of being told what to do, after 4 centuries of being controlled and dominated and marginalized, you still want to depend on other people to help you achieve your liberation? Nobody likes black people, but everybody loves to use black people. Let me say it again. I want you to understand, overstand, and understand me. I want you to understand, overstand, and understand me. Nobody likes black people, but everyone loves to use black people. And a big problem with a lot of us, a big problem with a lot of us in the African family. I'm not talking to pretendians. You're not African. Get off the live. I'm not talking to pretendians. You can get off the live. I'm talking to members of the African race. Proud, loyal, and unconfused members of the African race. Pretendians, you can hop off the live with the Neanderthals. You can go and join them for all I care. Now, a lot of us as African people confuse people using you with people liking you. Black women, have you ever been in a relationship with a brother and you thought he loved you, but all he did was use you? Black man, have you ever been in a relationship with a sister who you thought really loved you, but all she did was used you? Well, that is the exact type of a relationship the African race has with the Caucasian race. I don't care if it's romance, politics, religion, economics, society. Black people cannot tell the difference between being used and being loved. We cannot tell the difference between being used and being loved. Baba Malik, what's good, Elder? I'm doing well, Baba. I'm going to have to pull Sister Janice's fingernails out because she told me about the celebration for you today, Baba, and I had already committed to New Orleans. So I'm going to be headed to the airport today to go and fly down there. There's a good sister who's reopening her beauty supply store, but we could have changed that date if I would have knew sooner. That's right. That's right. On the 24th. 10 a.m. on the 24th, which is the exact same day and time I got to be in child support court. Baba, we both going to be in the government chamber at the same time, except yours is going to be positive and mine is not going to be. My youngest daughter's mother wants some more money, Baba. So that's the exact time and date of my child support hearing. Look at that. I hear you, though. But you sounding strong, though, Baba. You sound like yourself again, you know. That's right. That's right. We can't do nothing without the hope. What the National Black Anthem say? When hope unborn has died. Got to keep the hope. That's the spirit. Okay, Baba. I'm going to touch base real soon. All right, Baba. Black Power. Be safe. Yes, sir. All right, Baba. Mayat Hotep. Peace, Elder. One of my dear elders. Make sure y'all stay in contact with y'all elders. Sister Paulina Johnson, you was missing in action. I'll deal with you when I get back to Detroit, my queen, but congratulations on the youngins and their graduations. Much love. And shout out to Sister Julie and congratulations on her graduations of her children as well, my Detroit family. So, brothers and sisters, we're not going to talk about the evil vegan child support scam. We're not going to do that. We're not going to talk about the evil vegan child support scam. We're not going to do that. Brothers and sisters, getting back to the topic, what you say, Paulina, you and Julie going to be the co-wives? Julie and Paulina going to be the co-wives? Anyway, we must stay focused. We must stay focused. We must stay focused. Now, black people don't understand the difference between being loved and being used. And I'm going to argue that a big part of our political problem stems from the fact that we don't understand the difference between being loved and being used. Being needed versus being appreciated. Who can understand, overstand, and understand what I'm saying right now? How many of you have people in your life that need you, but they don't appreciate you? Can I get an ashe? If there's any African in the universe who understands what I'm saying, can I get an ashe? Have you been needed by people but not appreciated by people? Have you ever been needed by people and not appreciated by people? That is black people in America. That is black people in England. That is black people in France, in Belgium. That is black people in the Netherlands, in Canada. That is black people in Australia. That is black people in Africa, where the Caucasians dominate our economics. We are needed, but we are not appreciated. And I need us to raise our self-respect. I want to raise the self-respect of the African family so we don't settle for being needed. Some of us feel good just to be needed by the power structure. We feel good to be needed by our employees. We feel good to be needed by the government. We feel good to be needed by this and that. And we feel good to be needed by the Democratic Party. How many black people go out and vote because the Democratic Party needs them? You go out and vote because the Republican Party needs you. You pay your dues because your white fraternity, your white sorority needs you, but do they appreciate you? I'm over being needed. I want to be appreciated. And I want all African people to get over being needed. We want to be appreciated. We are not appreciated in this land. We are not appreciated in white societies. We are not appreciated in Neanderthal neighborhoods. It's like a woman who's being used by a man. She just happy to be needed. She don't care whether or not she's appreciated. She just happy to be needed. That's low self-esteem. African people have low self-esteem. I don't care if you need me. You have to appreciate me. And that's why we as African people have to divest from supporting white society. Pastor Jamal Bryant had the Target boycott. Shout out to Pastor Jamal Bryant. He spearheaded the Target boycott. And I support him because Target needed to be punished for the dismissal of African people. I'm not going to get into the conversation about DEI because we know DEI didn't really benefit us, so that wasn't necessarily 100% the exact target that we should have pursued, but nonetheless, I appreciated the fact that we sent a very clear and direct message reminding the white economic power structure of how much we are needed. And then Reverend Al Sharpton redirected our people to Costco. But my respective criticism of Pastor Jamal Bryant and my respective criticism of Reverend Al Sharpton is, you boycotted Target, which was necessary, and you redirected our people to Costco. But guess what? Costco don't appreciate black people any more than Target does. So why did we do that? Here we go back to being needed versus appreciated. Costco needs the black dollar. Costco needs the black dollar, but Costco does not appreciate the black dollar. Why didn't we start our own black multi-purpose supermarket, Pastor Jamal Bryant and Reverend Al Sharpton? Respectfully, elders, why didn't we redirect the black dollar into a black multi-purpose shopping market? Why are we choosing between Caucasians? Why are we choosing between Target and Walmart? We are a $2 trillion economy. We are a why are we choosing between options that need us but don't appreciate us? Why are we choosing between options that need us but don't appreciate us? Where's the black supermarket? That's what I want to know. Reverend Jamal Bryant, Pastor Jamal Bryant, Reverend Al, where's the all-black supermarket? That's what I'm talking about. We have to build, we just can't protest. We have to build, we just can't boycott. We ain't no ping pong ball going back and forth between Caucasian business. That's over with. That's over with. We are not an economic football to be played with between white corporations, none of which value or appreciate the black dollar. Where is the black supermarket? Oprah Winfrey, where is the black superstore? Jay-Z, Beyonce, Rihanna, my condolences to you, my sister Rihanna, on the passing of your father. I met your father in Barbados at my debut event. He was a DR.UMAR supporter. We had a brief but powerful conversation. My condolences to my sister Rihanna and the entire family and the whole Barbados. I can't wait to get back to Barbados really soon. Tiger Woods, I need you to take a break from Donald Trump's son's ex-wife and build us a black supermarket, Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods, I need you to take a break from bunny hopping with Donald Trump Jr.'s ex-wife and build us a black supermarket. Serena, I love you, Serena. Take a break from your bunny hop and build a black supermarket. Come on now. Kanye, take a break from your bunny hop and build us a black supermarket. Brothers and sisters, I need you to understand, nobody in America wants to be identified with African people. And that's a good thing, because it means we have to solve our problems ourselves. I said nobody in America wants to be associated with African people. Good. That means we must solve our problems ourselves. No problems there. Stop looking for a non-black shoulder to cry on. See, one thing we have not dealt with, one thing we have not dealt with adequately in this quagmire, one thing we have not dealt with adequately in this quagmire of ours that we find ourselves in, not just in America, but around the Ifa Tunde universe. One of the things we haven't dealt with is the fact that most African people, enslaved or colonized, most African people, whether you are a neo-Negro or not, if you are the descendant of the colonized African or the enslaved African, we have an emotional dependency on Caucasians. Can we be honest today, brothers and sisters? Can we be honest today, brothers and sisters? Do we or do we not, as African people, I don't care where you live, whether you on the continent, whether you in the islands, whether you in Australia, the South Pacific, Texas Africans, Pennsylvania Africans, Minnesota Africans, Georgia Africans, Florida Africans, Detroit Africans, Chicago Africans, Louisiana, Alabama, Arkansas Africans, Tennessee Africans, St. Louis, Kansas City Africans, do we or do we not have an emotional dependency on Caucasian approval? Can we be honest? I don't care how many times you've been to Africa. I don't care how many dashikis you own, and nobody owns more dashikis than me. I don't care if you got an African name. I don't care if you host the Kwanzaa program. I don't care if you graduated from an HBCU. Do we or do we not have emotional dependency upon our former enslavers and colonizers? From the Congo to California, from Australia to Angola, from London to Louisiana, do we or do we not have an emotional dependency on Caucasians? Black women, why do you wear weaves and perms? And if you argue that you wear weaves and perms purely for self-management of your hair, if you're going to argue that I wear weaves and perms purely for the sake of convenience, not beauty, purely for the sake of convenience, why do you dye your hair blonde? Why is blonde hair the #1 color for black women in America? Help me understand that. What does blonde hair have to do with your hair being conveniently managed? Help me understand. Blonde and brunette hair, what does that have to do with you being able to care for your hair? Your hair is blonde because you want to look like and be accepted by your oppressor. Stop the nonsense. Stop the nonsense. A report came out a couple weeks ago that China was selling for Louis Vuitton and Gucci. China was selling knockoff merchandise to Louis Vuitton and Gucci that they sell to black people in the city centers of America, and y'all still buying Louis Vuitton and Gucci. Why? Because you want to be like and be accepted by your oppressors. Listen to me, brothers and sisters. You said the color matches your skin tone. You are not a butterscotch colored queen. So why are you wearing blonde hair, my dishonest, disingenuous sister? You're not the color of blonde hair. Your skin tone is not the color of blonde hair. You are a dark caramel sister. You are a dark brown sugar queen. You are a deep mahogany sister. So what are you doing with blonde hair? Can we please be honest with each other today? Can we please be honest with each other today? Your skin is golden brown, sister. It ain't blonde. So how do you explain wearing your blonde hair? Stop being dishonest, black woman. Why do black men bunny hop? Is it not because you feel more equal? Don't you bunny hop because you feel better about yourself when you are around your oppressor? The reason African people have not yet established economic equality, we have not yet established political equality, we have not yet established social equality, because we have not yet established psychological equality. Listen, Bob Marley said it himself. Lyrical Garveyite. Bob Marley said it himself. Lyrical Garveyite. Bob Marley said, none but ourselves can free our minds. Where my Jamaican Africans at? Bob Marley said, none but ourselves can free our minds. And we will never be able to free our mind if we're going to keep lying about why we do what we do. Everybody knows why the black man bunny hops. White people know why you bunny hop. Brown people know why you bunny hop. Red people know why you bunny hop. Yellow people know why you bunny hop. Everybody knows why the black man bunny hops. Everybody knows why the black woman wears blonde hair. Everybody knows this. It's because of self-esteem and emotional dependency on white people. Stop lying and tell the truth. You know why you want non-Africans in your organization? Do you know why you want non-Africans in the reparation struggle? You know why you want non-Africans in our liberation movement? It's because if there's no white people there, you're not going to take it seriously. If there's no white people there, you're not going to consider it important. If there's no white people there, it's not going to keep your attention. You need white people involved in everything you do in order for you to take it seriously. You need white people involved in everything. If white people left America right now and moved to the planet Mars with Elon Musk, if white people left America right now and moved to the planet Mars with Elon Musk, black people would fly to Mars, get the white people, and bring them back. Y'all don't hear me, though. Y'all don't hear me, though. This is King Kong Consciousness, leader of the global black liberation movement, leader of the global pan-Africanist redemption struggle. I said if Caucasians left this planet, if they packed up and moved to Mars with Elon Musk tomorrow, black people would get on a spaceship, we would go to Mars, we would pack their clothes, and we would bring them back. You don't believe in Jesus Christ. You believe in the white Jesus Christ. Go into a black church today. Go into a black church today and tell them we're replacing this image of Jesus with a black version. You will be rebuked and blasphemed by the pastor. Go into an all-black church in Detroit today. Go into an all-black church in Flint, Michigan today. Go into an all-black church in Ypsilanti, in Pontiac. Go into an all-black church in Kalamazoo, in Big Rapids, in Grand Rapids. Go into an all-black church in Saginaw and tell them we're replacing the white Christ with a black one, and you will be blasphemed. They will call you a blasphemer. They will put you out of that black church. You will not come in here and change the color of my God from Caucasian to African. You will be blasphemed if you do that. We love our oppressors. We love our oppressors. Black people will break your neck if you try to take that white Jesus out that church. If white people said we're going to put out a black Jesus movie tomorrow, if white people said we're going to put out a black Moses movie tomorrow, if white people said we're going to put out a black Abraham movie tomorrow, black people will boycott. Mel Gibson is working on Passion of the Christ Part 2. White supremacist Mel Gibson is working on Passion of the Christ movie part 2. Mel Gibson, that racist, is working on Passion of the Christ part 2 movie. If Mel Gibson made Jesus black, black people will boycott. Mel Gibson is going to make Jesus white again. Do y'all remember the last time when Mel Gibson put out Passion of the Christ Part 1? Who remembers Passion of the Christ Part 1 by Mel Gibson? Who remembers Passion of the Christ Part 1, Mel Gibson? Who remember that? Who remember that? I'm looking it up right now on my FDMG phone. That came out in 2004. Passion of the Christ Part 1 by Mel Gibson came out in 2004. Black people took caravans to the movies to see a white Jesus. Am I lying, brothers and sisters? Who remembers 2004 when Passion of the Christ came out? Whole churches went to the movies. Nobody complained about the fact that Jesus was not Caucasian. Entire black communities went to the movies to see Passion of the Christ, Mel Gibson. Who remembers that? Black churches were giving out free tickets, buying and giving out free tickets. Entire neighborhoods took buses to the movies. Black people made Mel Gibson Passion of the Christ a cinematic success. Are we going to do the same thing when Passion of the Christ Part 2 comes out? What do y'all think, brothers and sisters? Will we be even more crazy? Or do you think we've learned something in 21 years? What do y'all think? When Passion of the Christ 2 comes out in the movies, are black people going to stay away because they misrepresenting Christ as a Caucasian? Or do you think we're going to buy more tickets? Do you think we're going to take more churches? We're going to reserve more buses to get black people? What do y'all think? Let me see when Passion of the Christ Part 2 is coming out. Let me see when it's coming out. And y'all talking about y'all proud to be black. When is it coming out? Passion of the Christ 2026. Let me see. What's the release date? What's the release date? Release date. It ain't got the date. It only got, 2026, not this year. It's coming out next year. The same year that America celebrates her 250th birthday. How much you want to bet there will be black people in downtown Philadelphia on July 4th, 2026, when America turns 250 years old next year? When America turns 250 years old next year on July 4th, 2026, how much you want to bet black people will be at Independence Mall celebrating America's 250th birthday? How much you want to bet black people will be at the Liberty Bell celebrating America's 250th birthday? How much you want to bet black people will be at Independence Mall celebrating America's 250th birthday? They not going to tell you that they used to whip black people outside of Independence Hall. They not going to tell you that runaway slave trials was held in Independence Hall. They not going to tell you that the fugitive slave law was reinforced from Independence Hall. They not going to tell you what they did to your ancestors at Independence Hall on July 4th, 2026. But Negroes will be out there celebrating. And right after you celebrate George Washington, right after you celebrate Thomas Jefferson, right after you celebrate Benjamin Franklin, you're going to go to the movies and celebrate white Jesus. Lord have mercy. You don't want psychological freedom. You don't want psychological independence. You don't want spiritual liberation. You want to be accepted. You want to be recognized. You want to be accepted. You want to be recognized. You don't want to be appreciated. You just want to be needed. Brothers and sisters, we're going to talk about this in Chicago on Tuesday. We're going to talk about this in Cleveland on Thursday. We're going to talk about this Tuesday in Chicago. And we're going to talk about this Thursday in Cleveland. We're going to talk about this Tuesday in Chicago. And we're going to talk about this Thursday in Cleveland. But today, we will be in New Orleans, Louisiana from 2 o'clock until 7 o'clock. DR.UMAR speaking at 5 o'clock at the Dimensions Barber and Beauty Supply Grand Reopening Block Party in Gretna, Louisiana, Sunday, June the 8th. I want everybody to be in the building. If you need to reach King Kong Consciousness, 215-989-9858, 215-989-9858. Brothers and sisters, I'm looking forward to being in the Democratic Republic of the Congo. I am so excited to be coming to the heart of Africa, the richest piece of land in the world, the real Wakanda, brothers and sisters. I'm going to the real Wakanda, DRC, Kinshasa. King Kong is coming to the Congo. King Kong consciousness is coming to the Congo kingdom, and I can't wait to get there. And my South African queens, you know how I get down when I'm in South Africa. Johannesburg queens, Soweto queens, Pretoria queens, Khayelitsha queens, Western Cape, Eastern Cape. Oh yes, black queens forever. Snow bunnies never. I will be in the Democratic Republic of the Congo for the first time, celebrating the centennial of the birth of the first democratically elected Prime Minister, the Honorable Patrice Emery Lumumba. I'm looking forward to meeting all my brothers and sisters in the Democratic Republic of the Congo. This will be my first time in Central Africa. I've been to North Africa. I've been to South Africa. I've been to East Africa. I've been to West Africa. I have never been in the heart of Africa. So I am looking forward to visiting the Democratic Republic of the Congo and celebrating one of my greatest leaders, heroes, and pan-Africanists of all time, the Honorable Patrice Emery Lumumba, who gave his life for the liberation of African people. I will be with my Kenyan Africans. Where are my Kenyan Africans at? Where are my Kenyan Africans at? I will be in Kenya, God willing, January 3rd through the 9th for my second time. First time since 2016. It'll be 10 years. Looking forward to coming back to Kenya, January 3rd through the 9th of 2026. Where my South Africans at? Where my Pretoria and Cape Town Africans at? Where my Soweto and Joburg Africans at? Where my KwaZulu and Eastern Cape Africans, my Khayelitsha Africans? I will be in South Africa next month. I will be in South Africa next month, July 13th through the 15th, South Africa. I'm pulling up. Who knows? I might just stay in Africa after the Congo. I have 2 weeks between Congo and Johannesburg. I have a 2 weeks between Congo and Johannesburg. Where should I go in that 2 weeks between Congo and Johannesburg? What African country needs to see the Prince of Pan-Africanism? What two African countries need to see the Prince of Pan-Africanism? When I leave, thank you, my queen. When I leave the Congo, where should I go? When I leave the Congo, where should I go before I head to South Africa? Where should I go between July 5th and July 12th. Where should I go between July 5th and July 12th, brothers and sisters? Oh, yes. I haven't been to Angola yet. I haven't been to Zambia yet. I haven't been to Haiti, Burkina Faso yet. I've been to Nigeria, but I wouldn't mind coming back to Nigeria because I ain't been in Nigeria in a minute. I have ancestry in Nigeria. I have ancestry in Togo. I have ancestry in Benin. I could go back to Ethiopia. I heard Ethiopia is letting Africans in the diaspora own land. I heard the kingdom of Ethiopia is allowing Africans in the diaspora to own land. I'm hearing that the kingdom of Ethiopia is allowing Africans in the diaspora to own land. I got to get me a couple acres in Ethiopia. I got to get me a couple acres in Ethiopia. I want to come to Haiti. I want to come to Haiti, but Donald Trump ain't letting us go to Haiti. I want to come to Haiti. My Haitian Africans. My Haitian Africans. I need to get back to Liberia. I will be coming back to Liberia. I'm just waiting on the dates. Liberian Africans, hold on. The Prince of Pan-Africanism is coming. Trinidad and Tobago, where's the invitation? Trinidad and Tobago, where's the invitation? Turks and Caicos, I'm coming back. I'm waiting on the date. Turks and Caicos Islands, I'm coming back. I'm just waiting on the date. Nigeria, I'm coming back. I'm just waiting on the date. We're going to go to Osun State, and Ogun State, in Lagos, in Port Harcourt, in Enugu State. Peace and Pan-Africanism to my Africans of Europe, my Africans of Asia, my South Pacific Africans. Peace and Pan-Africanism to my Australian Africans. Where my Australian Africans at? Where my Melbourne Australian Africans at? Where my Sydney Australian Africans at? Where my Queensland Australian? I'm coming back to Australia. I'm coming back to Australia. We working on Australia, family. Where my Central American Africans at? Panama, Costa Rica. Where my South American Africans at? Brazil, Suriname. My Philippine Africans, my Puerto Rican Africans. I will be coming to Puerto Rico soon. Oh, yes. My Puerto Rican Pan-Africanists, get ready. I'm pulling up. I'm pulling up. I want some Puerto Rican food. I'm pulling up. My Puerto Rican Africans. Oh, yes. My Haitian Africans. Y'all going to have to sneak me into Haiti. Y'all going to have to sneak me into Haiti from the Dominican Republic. I got to come and see my Dominican Republican Africans. My Dominican Africans. And my Dominica Africans. And my Dominican Africans. We got to pull up. Hit the PayPal, paypal.me/FDMG Academy. Hit the PayPal, paypal.me/FDMG Academy. Hit the PayPal, paypal.me/FDMG Academy.